But first tonight at 6, Andrew Steele about to go on trial. What a top legal expert thinks about his defense strategy. It will be a closely watched trial, not just in the state of Wisconsin, but across the nation. At issue is the use of an ALS diagnosis as the foundation of an insanity defense for Andrew Steele. He has pleaded guilty to the murders of his wife and sister-in-law, but not guilty by reason of insanity. News reporter Dave Delosier is here with more on the use of ALS as a defense, Dave.
Yeah, Eric, you know, insanity defenses in and by themselves are not that commonly used by defendants. Here in Wisconsin, the burden of proof in an insanity plea rests with the defendant. In other words, Andrew Steele and his attorneys are going to have to prove ALS left him mentally unable to determine right from wrong.
Guilty, but not responsible.
That was Andrew Steele's response to a judge regarding his plea in the shooting deaths of his wife and sister-in-law. Steele pled guilty to their murders. He was diagnosed with ALS prior to the killings, and his attorney has indicated ALS will be central to his insanity defense. From a legal standpoint, that will be uncharted ground.
I have never seen a case using ALS as the basis for an insanity defense. I'm not saying there are no such cases. I'm just saying I've never seen one. I've never seen one in practice. I've never seen one in any of the reported decisions.
Professor Stephen Morse is a nationally recognized preeminent expert on insanity pleas. A law professor and professor of psychology and psychiatry, he says ALS is outside the traditional guidelines of an insanity defense.
So in short, ALS is not a psychiatric disorder itself. It's not a mental abnormality per se. And in most cases, it does not produce a major mental abnormality.
Professor Morse says the image of a defendant with ALS will likely garner sympathy from jurors. He says it will be up to the prosecution to keep jurors focused on this.
If, as a practical matter, a defendant wants to succeed with an insanity defense, the defendant is going to have to have been typically out of touch with reality, psychotic. And I know of no research literature that suggests that ALS produces psychotic states of mind.
Andrew Steele's insanity trial is expected to last 2 weeks. Now, by Wisconsin law, for an insanity trial, the jury does not have to reach a unanimous decision. 5/6 of the jury must reach the same decision, however. And, Eric, in this case, that's 10 of the 12 jurors must reach the same verdict.
It's going to be very interesting to see how they present the case.
Closely watched.
Dave, thanks.